Hey, I'm Caitlin here at Bennett Martin Library. I'm one of the tab coordinators. This is Rio, and we're going to be making some wands today. Some of the things that we'll need, something to make the shape of your wand. So I've got a chopstick, Rio got a stick out of her yard, and if you need to make it a little bit longer, something like a pipe cleaner or a straw will help. We've also got paint because we'll want to change the color. So a couple different shades of regular paint, and then we've got metallic. We've also got duct tape because that's kind of a fun texture. And I've got some buttons to use for the bottom because I like a nice flat base on mine. And then we've got some gems to do kind of some decoration. So you also need hot glue. If you don't have hot glue, that's fine. You can use Elmer's glue, but that hot glue is kind of nice for the textures that we want to get. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do is add some shape to our stick. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun here and we'll add a little bit of glue along the bottom here to kind of build it up. Now this particular hot glue gun is bigger, so it is going to take a little bit longer to cool, but if you do it in nice little layers, it'll cool a lot quicker. This little guy, we'll add a little bit on the end here so I can stick my button on. And then we're just going to build that up so it's nicely tapered. Newsflash, hot glue is hot. That's why we always want to practice safety with our yes. glue gun technique. Yes. Alright, so see how that's nice and tapered now? This would be a good chance while it's cooling to add my pipe cleaner. This is going to help me build it out and give it a little bit of shape. Now, see how it's starting to kind of move a little bit? We want to shape the pipe cleaner with my hands away from the glue.
A craft that whatever you have in the house, you can go crazy with. I think doing one out of duct tape would be cool. That might be our next one.
How could you make one out of duct tape?
Yeah. I mean, still have the base of a stick, obviously,
yeah,
but
I think the texture on that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sort of that grid. Alright, so we're going to start adding just a little bit more to make it a more connected, tapered feel there. So now that this has started to cool a little bit, we can go ahead and add another layer. That's kind of the key here, is that you're going to do lots of little layers so that they have a chance to cool off in between. And then once it's kind of tacky, rather than truly sticky, you can kind of mold it to give it a smoother shape if it's just not quite pulling together for you the way that the gun wants to lay it down. See how mine's kind of got that a little bit of an uneven shape there. Once it's cooled a little bit more, I can shape it more like a putty. Shape this, I'm just going to kind of lightly take my finger over it. So it kind of gives it a little bit of a twisting texture, but it also helps me smooth it out a little bit. I'm going to let that cool, and I'm going to do some veins up the length of the wand with my hot glue gun. And then we will check in with Rio and see what Rio is doing. So add little streaks, and for me, if there's little knobs and things like that, like I think the imperfections are kind of what make it unique and make it your wand. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be your wand. So I'm just kind of running my hot glue gun up and down the length to kind of give it some streaky quality, which later on we can add the paint to give it some more character. Alright, I think that is looking pretty good. I think we'll let it cool now and we'll check in on Rio.
I am going to be using a stick that I found in my backyard. It's a good length. I'm gonna make it a little longer by adding some embellishments and handles to it. But I really like the texture that the bark and the knobs, it makes it a little more, I don't know, unique, authentic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of paper towel, but you guys can use like newspaper or whatever you want if you want to use this technique. I'm going to wrap it around here, but first I have duct tape, and I'm going to prep a little piece so that way my thing does not unravel. I'm going to put it on the edge of my table over here, and then we'll play around with the duct tape a little. So what you want to do, or what I'm going to do, is start up higher on the stick because I want it to kind of taper in, and I'm going to go vertically down and wrap it up and kind of build it up so I have a nice handle down here. So I have like a good amount of this, and then it doesn't matter, like the end of the stick, it won't poke you or give you slivers or anything. You don't have to worry about sanding because I have this nice handle down here. There we go. I like that. So now I have my handy dandy stones. I can kind of, and I think since I most likely would be starting holding it this way, which is my preference, I'm going to start here. Just kind of make a little embellishment. Again, hot glue is hot, but you can also use alumers. It's just going to take a little bit longer to dry, and then you don't run the risk of burning yourself. But yeah, I am pretty happy with this. I think I'm going to make sure that the glue is dried and get some of these tails off of there, and then begin painting.
Okay, so all the hot glue has cooled off, so we are ready to do paint. I have a copper colored acrylic. It's got a nice little like metallic look to it, and I'm using an egg carton because it's kind of a nice way to mix your paint. So take a little bit of that copper, start brushing up the whole thing. So we're going to cover the whole wand in this paper so that it's not just pavement, but a little bit of that copper in there, and we're just ever so lightly going to go up the wand so that just those ridges. Alright, and then we'll let those details dry and we'll come back and do the stones.
Okay guys, so now that my wand is dry, I'm going to start adding embellishment. I'm going to be using my silver metallic paint back here. I did use pavement earlier, I called it pewter, but it's pavement colored. So I'm going to just dab a little bit on the tip and then start painting it. And I mean, you can get as creative or as detailed as you want. And this would be fun if you had like glitter glue maybe to emphasize it if you want glitter. But glitter does get everywhere, I understand. I am pretty happy with that. So right now what I'm going to do is kind of start my veining. If you've ever seen like silver ore in like stones, it's not exactly perfect. So my design is a lot more forgiving. Not gonna lie, I like how it came all the way around.
From stone to stone.
Yeah. So I think we should go over and check on Kate and see how she's doing.
Alright, so now that those details are dry, we're ready to add some final little gemstone details here. I've got a couple nice little notches in my handle that I think those will work perfectly for. Take just a tiny little dot of glue, put a gem in there. And these just came in a jewelry kit, so it's not anything super special that I bought from anywhere. You could get them at Walmart, you could get them at Hobby Lobby, all sorts of places. I think that looks pretty good, guys. Alright, here's our finished wands. Share with us what you made. We're on Instagram and Facebook. Be your own Ollivander. Leviosa.